Thanks to the support as a channel member, JM Thought. You know what would really cheer me up on a Monday morning, set me up for the rest of the week? Winning the Premier League with Leicester. Let's see if we can sort that out. Hello and welcome to part 20 of my FM21 save with Leicester. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our final two games of the Premier League season. We're at home against Burnley. No, we're not. We're away against Burnley, at home against Newcastle. And as you can see from the league table, we have it all to lose. We've just got to beat Burnley and Newcastle to become Premier League champions. Since you were last with me, as you can see, we've had 4 consecutive wins. In fact, 3 in the league, because I don't think you saw the FA Cup semi-final, did you? But we beat Everton 1-0, crucially beat Manchester City 2-1 away, and then absolutely thumped Crystal Palace in our last match. While that's been going on, the teams around us have been starting to slip up. You can see Arsenal losing at home to Manchester City there. Liverpool and Manchester United, who controlled the league for so long this season, just falling apart at the last minute. Liverpool drawing away against Leeds there. Where else have we got? The Manchester City losing against us. Arsenal picked up somewhere Man United and Liverpool. There you go. Liverpool beat Man United. Have Liverpool have got a game in hand. But still, our goal difference is better. If we beat Burnley and Newcastle, as long as there's not a ridiculous turnaround in goals from either Arsenal or Liverpool, we'll win the league. So let's just try and do that, shall we? This is the team we're putting out there. We've got Donnarumma in goal, a back four of Grimaldo, Rice, Luis Felipe and Pereira, and Didi at the base of the midfield. Tielemans and Sanchez ahead of him, and then a front three of Maddison, Belotti and Neres. Let's get this game started up. Let's hopefully score lots of goals and win matches and stuff. That's what we're looking for here. Does that say Ricardo Pereira's not fit? I'm pretty sure he was fit. Let's pump the fists and just check I've not made a terrible mistake. See, that means his condition is fine. He's not got match sharpness. We need the percentages. He's fine. Why did it... Okay, hold on. What's it saying here? How do you... fitness test not required. Remains some way short of full fitness. But it had a full thing on it. Do I not understand what these symbols mean? That means he's fully fit. Peak condition. It literally says there. I still don't really understand the new system yet. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. I still am convinced, though, I'm disadvantaged by being red-green colourblind. You're probably all looking at that, screaming at the screen, Kev, that's a bright red heart. That means he's struggling. But I don't understand. I don't understand it. Right, Burnley are on the attack, and this is what we need to intercept. Renato Sanchez does that, finds Maddison, and Maddison is trying to get a counter-attack underway. He's just running it all on his own, plays it in beautifully to Belotti, who scores his 36th goal of the season now to put us 1-0 up with the first attack of the game. Maddison's fantastic here. Belotti's even better. 36 goals now from Belotti in his first season in the Premier League. If you're not signing him for your Premier League sides, you're doing Football Manager wrong. I promise you. We don't need to see it for a third time. One thing to mention, though, because I will get... After this highlight, I'll mention the thing I know some of you have already asked, and I will answer it. We discovered it on stream last night. This is why you should be watching the streams. Twitch.tv/LOLLUJO. I'll be streaming again tonight. We might discover something else new in the game, but I'll show you in a second what we discovered last night. But first, we've got to appreciate Wilfred Ndidi fancies himself a Premier League winners medal. He's just scored his first goal of the season, and it's an absolute wonder goal. I noticed in the pre-match media there's someone saying starting Ndidi is a mistake. Is it? Is it? I need to find that man on social media, get a gif of that goal and just send it to him. But the thing I think you're probably going to be asking about is, Kev, how have you got the touchline tablet to show 6 things with this bit at the bottom there? Because previously we could only do that when that was down there. Obviously, Football Manager, Sports Interactive have fixed it so that you can now extend the touchline tablet and it doesn't keep shooting back small again in between highlights. So that's one part of how we fixed it. But the way we've got the bottom half on, it's all to do with screen resolution. So my screen resolution settings, and you don't have to replicate this, you just have to play around with it yourself. But for me, I'm on a 28-inch 4K monitor. I have 150% zoom within Windows and then 125% zoom within Football Manager. And for me, that zooms it out far enough to do this. That keeps it zoomed in far enough so all the text and stuff doesn't become too small to see. But if you want to have 6 sections on your touchline tablet, it literally is just a case of playing around with the zoom. You can play around with it both in Windows and in game, and you'll eventually find a setting that you like, that you can get all of that information on the screen in one go. Now, we figured that out on stream last night. Now we've just got to figure out what 6 things we want on our touchline tablet, because as you can see from it in between highlights, we've got the Burnley stuff on there twice, which we don't necessarily need. I don't know that we actually need, after showing you how to do it, I don't know if we actually need 6 sections. Let me know what your 6 sections would be when you're building your touchline tablet. Meanwhile, Ricardo Pereira has just made it 3-0 on 29 minutes, and I'm interested to see what our title rivals are up to today, because we are playing very well and just announcing to the rest of the footballing world that we're having a little bit of this. We're going after this. In the next episode, we've got the FA Cup final. Did I mention we've got to the FA Cup final as well, where we face Everton? We've got the chance to do a League and Cup double. Leicester doing a League and Cup double. Right, it's us again. Grimaldo with the throw. And Didi collects it, and it goes back to Grimaldo, all the way back to Donnarumma. Ramos back to Donnarumma again, and he's lumped it forward. I don't even know. I think he's aiming for Neres, who's not really alert to it. But Renato Sanchez is always alert, wins the ball back again in midfield. Maddison with the ball over the top for Belotti again. That's your new version of the Leicester goal. We don't knock it over the top to Vardy anymore. We knock it over the top to Belotti, and he just scores. That's all he knows how to do. He just scores lots of goals. But Renato Sanchez, there was scoffs when I signed Renato Sanchez. I wouldn't be at all surprised. I mean, okay, I was going to say Belotti. Sanchez might be signing of the season, forgetting of Belotti. Belotti's obviously signing of the season. But you take Belotti out of the equation, Renato Sanchez has been fantastic for us in midfield, considering how strong our central midfield was. And we kind of signed him as we've got money to spend and he's quite cheap. We may as well add him. He's not going to make the squad worse. He is a proper key player for us now. As a natural Mazzala, he just runs and runs and runs, and is awesome alongside a playmaker in midfield. Tielemans is that playmaker, has the shot, it falls to Neres, whose shot goes straight into the arms of the Burnley goalkeeper, and it remains 4-0. I mean, yeah, this screen, what do we want to put on here? We've got the league table twice, which we don't really need. So, I mean, the shot maps and things, I don't really rate them. Match stats, this is a better version of match stats than we get up there, but we don't really need match stats on the screen twice, and there's no way to get rid of that one. So I guess we could... We've got the formations there. We've got the traditional look at the stats there. Latest scores, league table. I guess that's what we do. Unless you found something really cool in here. I've never used the visualizers. Don't really like the shot maps. Latest, it's got to be latest scores, I think. But let me know. Let me know how you've got your touchline tablet set up. I'm looking for inspiration, and I'm very much up for making mine look better. So let me know if there's something I can do to make my touchline tablet even more useful. Let's outstretch our arms. Tell the boys they're doing well. We've just got to not mess up from here. Keep doing what you're doing. Proper football manager speak. Keep doing what you're doing and we'll be fine. Neres now with the turn and a run towards the Burnley goal. And Belotti is just hovering, ready for a tap-in if the ball gets played in front of him. It doesn't. Neres decides to have a shot. It's a pretty poor one. And it is screwed wide by Neres. It still remains 4-0. Looking at the league table, Liverpool, what are they doing? Liverpool have just taken the lead against Watford. So Liverpool's still in the title race. Arsenal's still in the title race because Arsenal are winning away from home. I didn't see who they're playing. And there you go. It's come up down the bottom there. Arsenal away against West Brom. Lacazette's just put them ahead against them. Sanchez, proving what I'm saying about him. 11 goals now for Renato Sanchez from midfield. And he's just involved in everything. He's a very, very good player in FM21. We've discovered a lot of very good FM21 players over the course of the transfer window we did last summer. We've brought in some absolute beauties. But Arsenal 1-0 up away against West Brom. Liverpool 2-1 up at home against Watford. Manchester United, as things stand, out of the title race. It's a 3-horse race going into the final day of the season. And we are in pole position because we already had the best goal difference going into this round of games. And we've just scored 5 goals. So that's going to help. I've just noticed the time. We should probably make some substitutions. Tielemans playing it forward to Belotti. It falls to Sanchez, who shoots again, and it goes just wide. Let's make a couple of changes now. Tielemans has been pretty quiet for Tielemans today, so he can come off. And then we're also just gonna look at fitness levels. We're gonna take Grimaldo off and bring Evans on. I don't really like playing Evans at left back, but Grimaldo's tiring. Evans is the only guy on the bench who can come on and cover for him. Arsenal have just gone 2-0 up in their game. Liverpool still 2-1 ahead in theirs. Manchester United don't appear to be playing, but looking at the leagues, actually, no, they are out of it. They're out of it. They are out of it. Kev does maths. They're not out of it, are they? If they win both of theirs 10-0, it's so complicated. Kev maths is very difficult to do. It's more difficult than conventional maths. We're going to bring Harvey Barnes on for the final 10 minutes. He's coming on that right-hand side for Neres. And I'm more concerned with what's going on in the other games and what's going on in ours. What I want to see is a West Brom goal against Arsenal, but in actual fact, Arsenal are 2-0 up. And it looks like it is all going down to the final day. Talk about nail-biting. This is not what I need as a man with high blood pressure. Apparently, Burnley ensure survival by losing 5-0 at home to us. Must have had some results around them go their way, I would suggest. But let's give Madison a pat on the head. Jump back into the league table again. So, Manchester City play. We don't care about any of them. Liverpool play Chelsea. So if Liverpool don't beat Chelsea there, Liverpool are still not out of the title race. Hold on. Have I been getting my maths wrong all along? No, I haven't. That would put them level with us. You know what? I'm going to stop making a fool of myself, and we're just going to fast forward to the next game, and then we'll just work with whatever we're given, because United are back in the mix as well, because I can't do maths. Stop trying to do Kev maths, for goodness sake. Well, that couldn't be any tighter going into the last day, could it? Poor old Manchester United. If they find a way to win the league from here, it'll be one of the Premier League's all-time great miracles. But us, Liverpool, Arsenal, all level on 84 points. But we do have that all-important goal difference advantage. We're on 57, Liverpool 46, Arsenal 36. And if United do have things go their way, not only do they need the three of us to lose, but they need to turn around a 15-goal goal difference deficit over us for them to win the league. So it's effectively down to the final three. If we look at who each of those teams are playing, we are at home against Newcastle, who are down in 15th place. Liverpool are away against Aston Villa, who are in 10th place, and Arsenal are at home against Fulham, who are down in 14th place. All three of us would be looking at those games thinking they are definitely winnable, but they're also definitely losable. The other thing we're looking to achieve today is Belotti, currently level on goals with Aubameyang as top scorer in the Premier League. It would be nice for him to knock in a hat-trick to win us the league and win himself a lovely little golden boot. Team-wise, we're only making one change. Castagna comes in at right back for Pereira. That little dash, apparently not as good as that thumbs up, and that's the only thing between the two of them. So that's why that change has been made. But let's submit this team. Let's cross everything. Cross fingers, cross eyes, cross the road. Just cross anything and everything. We've got the opportunity to win the Premier League here. And that opportunity doesn't come along very often, especially for a team like Leicester, although this would make it 2 in, 6 years? At what point do you consider Leicester just to be one of the big teams? If they go back and win the Premier League again, they're just one of the big teams at that point, surely. Belotti did brilliantly there, by the way. Not quite so well with the finish, but did fantastically to make that interception. I actually thought we were defending at the start of that highlight because of how well Belotti defended. But he was just winning the ball back as the striker. Pressing forwards are fantastic in FM21. If you're not using pressing forwards, try pressing forwards. They're really, really, really good. Ramos, that's a foul, but that's outside of the area, surely. There's not a chat. Ramos is chasing him. That's Luis Felipe. Stop. That is not a good plan. Chasing the referee to the little telly. I'm fairly confident this is not a penalty. But that does mean it's more likely he'll get sent off. I'd rather give him the penalty and keep Ramos on the pitch. It's no penalty, hopefully no card, and hopefully no harm done, although it was a little bit of a panicky moment. Looking at the latest scores, Arsenal are ahead against Fulham. Liverpool still 0-0 away against Aston Villa. So as things stand right now, with us drawing as well, Arsenal are top of the Premier League, and we've just gone 1-0 down. Liverpool have also gone 1-0 down against Aston Villa. It's looking comfortable for Arsenal at the moment, and we have got a lot to do to drag ourselves back into this. Manchester United have taken the lead against Burnley. So there's three of us now level on 84 points. Arsenal pushing clear on 87, I think is how things currently looking. But we need to sort our lives out, get back into this game. Oh, God, we can't go 2-0 down. 1-0 is bad enough. Maddison keeps the ball in, plays it to Grimaldo, lumps it forward, looking for the run of Belotti, but Belotti's not drifted out wide on this occasion. And Newcastle just win the ball back and come back at us again. And this is going to upset me if we throw this away from this position. It's going to upset me really rather a lot. Neres wins the ball back on the right-hand side, cuts inside, playing it across to Maddison, who's got a little bit of space to work with here, and Sanchez free inside of him. Tielemans is even more free. What a goal from Yuri Tielemans! Fantastic vision for Maddison. I didn't even know Tielemans was there, but all credit here has to go to Tielemans for an absolutely stunning goal. My word, Maddison, just perfect pass, but this shot couldn't have been placed any better. If he'd have been allowed to pick it up, run it towards the goal, hold it up into the net and go, how about this? Is this a good spot to put it? It wouldn't have been any better if he'd have done that. It's still not enough for us to win the league. We still do need to win the football match. But goodness me, has that got us back into the mix? Arsenal still only 1-0 up in their game. United going 2-0 up against Burnley in theirs, but remember, they're relatively irrelevant at this point. Tielemans back to Ndidi. A goal before half-time here to put us top of the league again at half-time would be perfect. Castagna can't get the crossover. Newcastle have the ball back, and it's San Maximan running down this left-hand side. We need to get a tackle in here. I hear that boy's quite rapid, though. And Newcastle are in. We need a big moment from Donnarumma. We don't, because it's a very, very poor attempt at a shot. And luckily, we've got away with it a little bit there. But at 1-1, and it's a team we should be beating, I'm not happy. I'm not quite going to thrash my arms, but you know what? I will point my finger, and we need a better performance in this second half. We're ahead on XG. Can we win the XG league? It should be an XG league. That'd be amazing. Manchester United now 3-0 up over Burnley, and we are still in search of a goal to win us the Premier League. Maddison back to Grimaldo. Grimaldo playing it across. It's a beautifully tempting cross, but it's just ahead of both Belotti and Neres. Neither of them can get there, and we not able to convert it. Castagna back to Tielemans and Ndidi now to Sanchez. Renato Sanchez plays it into Grimaldo. What a goal! A first ever goal for Leicester for Alex Grimaldo, and he'll never score a more important one in his career. It's Leicester 2, Newcastle 1, and as it stands, that goal puts us back on top of the Premier League with 33 minutes of the season remaining. Sanchez, great vision again from our midfield players today, and Grimaldo, what a time and what a way to score your first goal for the club you signed for this summer. It's 2-1 to Leicester. It's us and Arsenal standing alone at the moment atop the Premier League. Aubameyang is the goal scorer for Arsenal, so at the moment he's nailed on for the golden boot, especially as I'm looking at this thinking, Belotti's not played well. Belotti might be the man who comes off. I think in the circumstances, we've got to keep Belotti on and give him the opportunity to win the golden boot. So we're going to bring Aouar on in midfield. And we're going to bring Pereira on because I don't think Castagna's been much of a threat down that right-hand side. He's just not got the same surging attacking runs that we get out of Ricardo Pereira. Aston Villa, 3-1 up now against Liverpool. We could really do with a third goal here. I'm not at all comfortable at only 2-1 because at any moment they could get the ball, do something like that, and ruin my afternoon. I think I'm bringing Origi on for Belotti. Belotti's not having a good day. I've got to put the golden boot out of my head and look to try and win the Premier League. And oh my word, I'm so glad we've got Donnarumma. My heart is in my mouth at the moment. Donnarumma throwing it out to Ricardo Pereira. Fresh legs for Pereira. Playing it forward to Neres, who's got Origi inside of him. He finds Divock Origi, who scores, and that should be the goal that wins the Premier League for Leicester City. You mocked me when I signed Origi, but there's his 13th goal of the season, and that's 3-1 to Leicester, 7 minutes remaining. Surely now this is it. And Leicester are the Premier League champions once again. My goodness me. Just don't mess up from here, boys. That's all I can ask. Tielemans is shattered. Neres is shattered. Maddison is shattered. These boys have given it their all this season. Neres with the cross for Origi again. And Origi this time can't quite deflect his header goalwards. And Newcastle are not giving up yet. And I really wish they would. They've got nothing to play for other than to just be annoying turds and trying to ruin our day. I mean, why are you so desperate for Arsenal to win the league, Newcastle? Goodness me. Origi, Tielemans, out to Ricardo Pereira, who's looked bright again since coming on. Neres to Maddison, and it's blocked. Their goalkeeper's already in there making the dive, trying to save that, and Grimaldo intercepts from the counter-attack to just keep it to 3-1. And we're into the 89th minute of this football match. It is still 3-1 to Leicester. I should be feeling a lot more comfortable than I am, but I'm really not. There's 4 more minutes of time going to be added on. Callum Wilson with a big miss there for Newcastle. And I think we've done it. I think we've won the Premier League. Oh, look at my hair. I'm so pretty. Oh, we've won the Premier League, folks. This is, it's a year earlier than we thought we were going to, but absolutely fantastic stuff. Leicester City, once again, champions of the Premier League. And this is not it for this series, folks. We've still got the FA Cup final that's going to be coming up in Wednesday's episode. And then we are doing one more year. We said at the start we were going to do 3 seasons with this. We've won the Europa League. We've won the Premier League. Hopefully, we're on the verge of winning the FA Cup. We need one more year to see if we can win the Champions League with this squad, which, of course, is going to mean a transfer special coming up in a couple of days' time as well, as we look to make the finishing touches to this team to allow us to go and win the Champions League. Let me know down in the comments what you would do now with this squad. Is there anything you'd add? Or having now won the Premier League, do we just keep this squad together and hope that we've got enough about us to go and win the Champions League? We've been given £70 million to spend. Oh, my goodness. The Leicester board are happy. I should hope so. Paris Saint-Germain are lurking, which is less positive. Everton, that's going to be on Wednesday. There won't be a Leicester video tomorrow because it's FM Touch launch day. So I'll have videos looking at FM Touch and FM Xbox Edition tomorrow. But we'll have Leicester back at 11 a.m. on Wednesday for the FA Cup final. Thursday will be the transfer special. And then on Friday, we start season 3, the final season of this save, as we try and win the Champions League. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.